What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Our Streamers Cheaters. Today we have got something very special for you. How many of you guys remember the Zlaner clip where he was shooting a player that was just lagging right across the map in front of him? There was no server issues from Zlaner's side based on the latency, based on his FPS, everything like that was running smoothly. In fact, everything seemed fine from Zlaner's end. So it was only the other player who seemed to have an issue teleporting across the map. We have seen recently the speed hacks have become more popular with these cheat providers, including the cheat providers that don't cost too much money to actually download their cheats. This means that the speed hacks are now very popular in Call of Duty Warzone. However, this doesn't mean that the speed hacks haven't been around for a while, and you have to take that into consideration, guys. What if the player the Zlaner was shooting at was somehow using speed hacks and Zlaner's aim just perfectly tracked him? Well, what we're going to do today, guys, we are going to show you something very special. We are going to show you a clip of a CDL Pro playing Warzone where he comes across a speed hacker. The CDL Pro is Scump, and you are going to see what Scump's aim does as he comes across somebody teleporting across his screen. If you do enjoy the video, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos, and don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms. They are all linked in the description below. Thank you. Right, let's crack on with the video. For those of you who have not seen it yet, Optic Scump posted a video saying the best hacks I have ever seen on Twitter. This was 17 hours ago, okay? Now we all know Twitter videos aren't the best quality. I have searched far and wide to try and find this clip in full quality. However, what we have done, we've screen recorded it. So we put it into full screen like this, and we've screen recorded it in 60 FPS in 1080p. So we're going to take that now. We will show you this clip fully. As you can see, the quality is not the best. So we will go and take a look at that clip now, and then what we are going to do is slow it down frame by frame, 60 FPS that is, guys, and we will do that on Sony Vegas. Let's go and take a look at the clip in full speed now. So as you can tell from that clip, the guy was using speed hacks and he was teleporting from right to left on Scump's screen. He actually calls it out, he's teleporting. So that is fact that the guy was teleporting across the screen. Whether that was caused by lag or speed hacks, the most common thing to cause that at the moment is the speed hacks, because they have become very common in a lot of different cheat engines now. Although these cheats have been around for a long time, they are only just being incorporated into many of the cheaper cheat engines. So that is why you are seeing it more often now. So we've seen that in full speed now. Two things I want to point out to you at this point. We're going to pull it back slightly. As he aims down sight at the teleporting player, this is Scump, by the way, Optic Scump, a CDL Pro who is playing Warzone live on stream, come across the teleporting player and he aims down sight at him. I want you guys to focus on how Scump has to correct his aim and how there is absolutely no drag, not even aim assist drag, to help him track that player. No aim assist, no sticky aim, no locking on, no snaps whatsoever. He has to correct his aim himself to actually kill the guy. Let's watch it again now.
He's teleporting.
Oh, what, he has a gun? Hello?
Oh,
he's lagging.
That guy is legitimately...
Okay, so you saw that. He was shooting at the guy. As soon as he teleported to the left, it actually caused his aim to just stay where it was, but miss shot. Scump then had to correct his aim himself to the left side where the enemy had teleported to get the kill. So you could see the natural adjustments being made within that. You could see that there was no stickiness. You could see there was no locking on, no snaps, and definitely no tracking the enemy perfectly as they were teleporting. Can you see where I'm going with this yet, guys? What we're going to do now, we're going to show you on Sony Vegas, frame by frame, what it looks like. Let's take a look now. So we've seen the quality of this clip on Twitter. We've recorded this at 1080p at 60 frames per second. We are going to go through this frame by frame now, so you guys can see whether or not Scump has any sort of aim assist drag, aim lock, aim bot, snapping, locking, anything like that, or whether he perfectly tracks the enemy who is glitching across his screen. As he turns the corner here, his crosshair placement isn't even directly on the enemy. It's to the right of the enemy, behind the enemy should I say. When he aims down sight, he readjusts his aim. You see him have to readjust it slightly as well. You can see him making little micro adjustments throughout, and the player completely lags to the left side. Did you see Scump's aim move at all then? No. The player has lagged all the way across to the left side of Scump's screen. There was no aim assist drag, as these guys are calling it. There was no aim lock. There was no snapping or locking whatsoever, and his aim hasn't tracked the enemy perfectly. Scump has to readjust his aim himself. He comes out of ADS as he moves to the left, repositions himself, and aims down sight again to kill the enemy. He's got the enemy downed at this point. Moves it back over to the enemy. There we have it, frame by frame throughout that clip. We only needed to show from when he goes to ADS onto the enemy who is lagging across his screen to when he's actually finally killed him. The only suspicious thing about that gameplay right there was the guy that was lagging across the screen. But if you compare this to what happened with Zlaner when he was shooting at a lagging player, we can say that they are hot and cold. We could say that they are day and night. Let's go and take a look at the Zlaner one now, and we can compare what happened with Scump here to what happened with Zlaner back then. Let's go. A lot of you guys will remember this clip. This is the one that Zlaner failed to address when he tried to call me a clip manipulator. This is the clip that Zlaner has never ever responded to. This is the most damning clip of Zlaner in my opinion, where he latches on to a lagging player and his aim, his crosshair moves left and right. It is almost as if his aim is stuck to the player skeleton rather than the visual player. We've been through this before and we've explained it in detail. So let's take a look at what happens here with Zlaners now. Compare it to what happened in Scump's situation as well, where the player was lagging across his screen. Let's take a look at this one now, then we will show this again in frame by frame. Let's go.
Holy shit, his face lagging up the storm.
Very straightforward. In the heat of the moment, in somebody watching his stream, that would have gone unnoticed. But he even passes comment. He makes a comment about the guy lagging across his screen, but he didn't realise how much his aim was locked onto that enemy. Let's go and take a look at it frame by frame now. So we've just added the Zlaner clip one where he is shooting at a lagging player. We've added that to Vegas Pro, and we will go through that now frame by frame so you guys can get a better understanding of just how much Zlaner's aim locked onto that player. Let's go. So you can see the player lagging backwards and forwards throughout. Look at Zlaner's crosshair placement. It pulls back, moves forward, but it's moving perfectly with the enemy. You have to remember, due to the enemy lagging in this situation, the player hitbox will not be exactly where the visual player is, but it almost appears like Zlaner's crosshair is directly on the player hitbox throughout that. You could go as far as saying it's day and night. Compare that to what happened with Scump, and it almost makes Scump look like he has no aim assist. How is that possible? So let's play them both through now together so you guys get a better understanding of the difference. I want this to be as understandable as possible. I want you guys to understand that Scump is one of the best COD pros to ever exist. Not just this year, not just the last couple of years, ever. Scump is one of the best, if not the best, and for some reason his reaction times in the situation that he comes up against a lagging player is nowhere near as good as Zlaner's. Why is Zlaner's reaction time pinpoint accurate? Why is he reacting to the enemy perfectly, tracking the enemy perfectly, almost locked onto the enemy, whether he's in hipfire or ADS? His aim perfectly tracked the enemy, whereas Scump's does not. And let me just clear a couple of things up. Although people have only just heard about speed hacks now, although it's only just come to the cheaper cheat providers, that doesn't mean that they haven't been a thing for a while. I have known about speed hacks for over 12 months. And keep in mind, we've only been doing this video series for 11 months, or just over 11 months now. Zlaner could well have come up against somebody using speed hacks there, the way in which they were lagging across the screen. He still managed to track them perfectly. Scump, however, did not. He still managed to kill them, but what you expect from one of the best COD pros to exist. The difference is the reaction times, the difference is the tracking, the difference is the way in which Zlaner's aim sticks to the enemy, but Scump's does not. Let's watch them through now together. So we're just going to play them through now, one after the other. You will see Scump's first, and then followed by Zlaner's.
Oh, what, he has a gun? Hello?
Just
Oh, he's lagging.
That guy is legitimately teleporting.
There are two options here. The first option is that Zlaner is just that good that he makes Scump look like a bot with his aim. Or two, Zlaner is using something to assist his aim, to allow him to lock onto the enemy who is teleporting. Which one do you think it is? Which one do you think is more believable? I'd love to hear your thoughts. In my opinion, the fact that Scump couldn't track that teleporting player perfectly the way Zlaner did solidifies the fact more that Zlaner is up to no good in this clip, and that to me makes this clip of Zlaner tracking a teleporting player perfectly a hell of a lot more damning than it already was.
There's so
It
much,
isn't right now, but
so
it can
much
be.
fugazi. There's like reverse boosters,
Me and Seth
companion,
have talked about this. There is a lot
companion
of
That router
appers.
thing is like them like
half of these. Actually, no, I don't even want to get into
No,
it.
go ahead, get into it.
But half of these content creators, some of them are sketchy
gotta be fugazi.
as fuck, bro. I've talked about this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
some of them are like, there are some things they do.
Dude, it's got this guy,
that,
dude.
like, if you go in depth at it and you actually break it down, like, you'll be like, damn, like these
Watch
guys
this
are,
POV, you're like, he's gotta be cheating.
yeah, like 100%.
Well, you can tell too, like who would do like sketchy shit and who wouldn't.
So there we have it, guys. You can see a clear difference from the clip where Zlaner was shooting a teleporting player, where the guy was lagging right across his screen, to where Scump, a CDL pro, is shooting at a teleporting player who is using speed hacks. The difference is there, and it's not just marginal either. It seems to be hot and cold. It seems to be day and night. There is a complete difference in the way in which Zlaner tracked his player to how Scump tracked his. So this can mean one of two things. Either Zlaner is just better than Scump, or something's running in the background on Zlaner's PC. Which do you think it is? Let me know in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video today, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to support the channel further, hit that blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. And don't forget to follow me on my socials, they are linked in the description below. Thank you. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!